Good job, Riley. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
He started noticing symptoms at 15 months.
17.
He had skills and words and then started losing them. My son was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2. He has regressive autism. He was also diagnosed with apraxia, several different physical issues as well with his autism. We don't believe that Rob is intellectually delayed.
Children can be recognized as being special needs or having a disability under the law, not just because of their academic performance or lack of academic performance.
Kids with autism just require more support. They have the ability, they have the means, they just need the right support.
Sometimes children that qualify for being special needs or having a disability are some of our smartest children that we have in our system, some of the smartest adults we have in our country.
Things like art. I mean, a lot of these kids are really gifted at art and music. He could hum Mozart at 15 months. That most typical kids don't do that kind of stuff. I mean, these kids are I really think that they're brilliant, and it's just finding the right people to bring that out of them. But often they're just, put into special ed rooms and kind of forgotten.
They have challenges from a social perspective that oftentimes leads to bullying. And whether it's the school officials that not necessarily taking the action that they need to take or being as proactive as they need to be, or if it's them not understanding some of these special needs and unique aspects of these children and recognizing that these aren't kids that are being difficult or are wanting the bullying or are the cause of the bullying, they just maybe don't fully understand how the two connect together. The special need is what's causing the child to be bullied, and the way the child reacts to it only makes it worse, even though they're not trying to make it worse. They just don't understand because they don't understand some of those social aspects.
Especially with the nonverbal children, they can't come home and tell you, I'm being pushed around at school. And unfortunately, it's happening. It's happening a lot. Even if my son could talk, I don't think he would say anything. He is the type of child that if somebody were to push him, he would just smile. He would just smile and take it. Even if he had a broken bone, he'd probably just smile. So that is definitely a concern for me.
Well, the Lindsey Nicole Henry Scholarship is really designed to help families with children with special needs or with disabilities. The foundation of it is to provide a choice to those parents who know best for their children of what would be the best educational environment for them.
My worry was if he was in a special ed room, that he wouldn't be educated. And that was really important. I want him to go to college. I want him to do all the things his typical peers do. Even if he can't talk, he's going to do those things. I don't blame the public schools because I know that the public schools here in Oklahoma are really financially strapped. But unfortunately, the money is not being given to the special ed. Most of the rooms are overcrowded, they're understaffed, the teachers are not paid well, they don't have the experience or the training to deal with our kids. Autism is so different from other disabilities.
Good Shepherd is a new school. We are a school focusing on autism or any type of disorder on the autism spectrum. We want children to learn to talk and communicate as well as possible so that they can go on and have a very normal life and be able to be productive in society and have a happy life.
Does he belt or make noises quite rude? Does he pick at his cereal, throw down his cup, hoping to make someone else pick it up? Does that sound?
They're very well trained and very well supervised here.
Rob is a wonderful child. I love him dearly.
They are incredibly loving and compassionate, just so devoted.
He is very motivated by certain things, and so we use those little things that he loves to do, like his favorite toys or his favorite games or even his favorite snacks, and we will use those as reinforcement.
I don't worry about him when I drop him off. When he was at public school, I worried about him the entire time. But here I know he's well taken care of.
So when we sit down to work with a child, Rob or any child, when they give correct responses, we will reinforce their responses. So whether that means giving him 30 seconds with the Slinky that he loves to play with, or giving him one of the Skittles or fruit snacks that he loves. So it makes it to where he is learning to give those correct responses.
And he gives them all hugs and kisses goodbye, so I know he's happy here.
Well, I think one of the major reasons why the Lindsey Nicole Henry Scholarship was able to be passed, it's intended to help those children who have a special need. It really is a group of children who warrant the special protection, and in the eyes of the law are already provided special protection. And so to have this opportunity available to them through a scholarship is really just a furtherance of protecting those children to ensure that they have the educational environment available to them that is best for them.
That scholarship is a major supporter for the families. You know, with the cost being $21,000 a year, that's a big chunk of money for a family to lay down. And those that can, I'm sure, would do that. But at the same time, there are many families who are struggling and have more than one child who needs special services. So without that scholarship, I'm sure 5 of the 8 families that we have here now probably wouldn't be able to be here.
It cut the tuition in half. That money really, that money is allocated to him in the public schools, but I don't think it actually really goes to him in the public school. This way the money's actually going to him. It's being spent on him.
The knowledge that without this applied behavior analysis intervention, these kids would not have another opportunity to excel like they would here.
So some of them are going on to college. One of the girls enrolled in the biology program and did a research project with one of the professors there. We've got others who are studying math that are absolute whizzes, some that are in some of the computer sciences. A lot of them may be able to go on and be very successful, but we've got to start with programs when they're really young to make sure that happens.
This bill is only helping kids, it's not hurting anybody. I really strongly believe if they saw our children and how well they're doing, that they'd understand why this is important.